Hi everyone, welcome back to Ryugaku101 Podcast. I'm Mizuki.
And I'm Aida.
So we got a question from on our Google form. If you're interested in sending us requests, we have a Google form in the description. But anyway, we got this question asking how we spent time studying versus how we spent time for ourselves and what's the ratio of that during studying abroad. So yeah, it's kind of we're gonna navigate how we kind of went through our days as international students, I guess. So yeah, did you how long did you study on average per day?
On average per day, so it's pretty depends on if the how busy you are on assignments and also studying for exams, So if you don't have any assignments, do you or any exams sooner than?
But do you have that kind of I don't have any assignments?
Only first 2 weeks,
right?
So that first 2 weeks are heaven, Even
people have assignments on the first week or the first day. Professors are you have to turn in the drafts for the final paper or whatever.
On the first week,
you have to start kind of writing the drafts and the structure of how you want to write it, and not in details or anything, but
outlines.
Yeah, outlines. Yeah.
So on average, I guess I had at least 2 or 3 lectures every day. So
that's a lot.
Is it?
No, never mind.
Yeah, so on average 2 to 3 lecture on in a day. So after or before the lecture, I go to library at least for 2 hours, I guess, or I went back to my home straightly after I finish with lectures, and I keep studying for until pretty late. So the answer is on average I studied for
I feel it's hard if you put it on average.
5 hours.
Yeah. I guess. I feel
more than that.
Yeah, more than that for you at least, I feel
Okay. Let me explain my day.
Usual day, yeah.
Usual day. So I woke up around 10-ish because I'm such a night owl, so
yeah.
I'm not a morning person, so I woke up around 9 to 10, and I always put my lectures afternoon, so I didn't have any 午前中ってなんて言うんだっけ?
The morning classes.
So, yeah, morning classes. I didn't have any morning classes, so my day usually starts from 10-ish. So I woke up around 9 to 10. I make lunch or late morning
brunch.
Yeah, brunch. the breakfast, and I don't really study in mornings.
When you wake up.
So I go to lectures afternoon for I had 2 or 3 lectures until 5 to 6 p.m. ish. Then I go to library after that for 2 hours. So that's gonna be 8 p.m. Then
that's late.
I go back to home, and that's gonna be 8:30. After that, I take a shower and go back to my room and study until 12-ish or 1-ish or 2-ish.
1-ish or 2-ish.
Yeah, 1 or 2-ish. Yeah, I actually study until 2 or 3 a.m.
So that's at least 6. Yeah.
But 5 to 6.
5 to 6? Yeah. I guess it depends on the semester too. Like,
yeah, but during like exam season, like I woke up like pretty early, and go to the library like at like 9 a.m. ish, and I also did like this morning session with my like studying session with my friend, and like we try to go to the library like after the library opens. So that's like 7:30-ish. So we go to the library from like 7 a.m. and like study for like, I don't know, 3 to 4 hours until lecture started. So, and then, studying until like 2 a.m. So that's gonna be like, I don't know. I don't know, 10 hours? Whoa.
That's a lot.
10 hours? Wait, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. No. 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 1, and lecture for 3 hours. Yeah, but at least 10 hours.
That's long.
But only during like exam seasons or like before the exam season starts.
Yeah, I get that. I mean, I guess that's the average. If it's like pre-med or like law school, I think people are gonna like study way longer.
Yeah.
But since my what I was studying wasn't that like hard. So I think I'm about the same. But like I studied way more on the first semester than the second semester. But the first semester I woke up at like, because I like to study right before classes, you know, yoshu. Because I can't really memorize what I read. I'm really bad at reading. So if I like even like read the day before, I just forget everything. So I have to like read like right before classes. So when I had like a 9 a.m., I woke up at like 5 and went to the library at 6 and like read materials or like studied or did like some assignments before classes and then head to classes. And also like there's nothing to do in between classes, so I also studied in between. And after classes, I went to the library to finish up some assignments and whatever for like about 3 hours. So I think average like 6 hours.
The thing is, like, I was minoring in stats, so I had like so many like calc and like other like math courses that I have to take. And the thing is, like, you know, those like the science courses, like there's no ending for the studying. You know, you have like tons of like past papers. Then, you know, like I was doing past papers from like 2002.
What?
And my friend even had like the past paper from like 1990s.
Where do you get that from?
Yeah, the latest that I got was like 2002, but like, you know, like, you have like 20 years of past papers, you know? Yeah. So there's no like endings for like studying for like those calc and yeah. But that's kind of same for like the arts as well. Like, you know, arts is like you write papers, and so
arts?
I mean, yeah, bunke.
Bunke the arts, do you know? I did not know
arts
that.
Arts and science.
I didn't know that.
Oh.
I did not know that.
Or people say humanities as well.
Never heard of that. I didn't even know that there were terms for like bunke dike.
Yeah.
Like dike is science, but like bunke, I'm like arts. Literature.
Yeah. Literature is like more like English, so like language.
True. That's true. Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway, sorry. Back to you.
New things to learn.
Yeah. That's true.
So for like those arts courses, like there's like, you know, endings. Like, if you finish writing papers, and that's it.
That's true. Yeah.
There is exams, but like, you know, like you don't really have to like go back to like go through past papers or like, you know, do calculations for like, yeah. So I feel like for those of you like taking science courses, maybe the average studying hours like maybe longer than arts students, I guess. Yeah.
It's kind of like the same with like med students. Like there's no ending. There's so much to learn. So like I feel like those people are like constantly like, you know, I don't know how they do that.
Yeah.
I can't even.
Well, like, you know, even if you are art students and you're not good at like lightings, and that's different stories.
Nah, that's true. That's true.
But yeah.
Yeah. But
well, you know, it's funny. It's actually funny though. Like I was doing past papers from like 2002.
Like where do you get that from? Like online or like library?
My senpai got tons of like past papers.
So like senpai got it from senpai.
Yeah,
and, like,
senpai back to 2002.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's true.
How do you say senpai in English?
Seniors, I guess.
Oh, seniors. Yeah. Seniors, yeah.
But like I feel like any people would understand senpai. Like yeah, senpai is like I feel like it's a global word at this point. But yeah, that's true.
Yeah, so like before the exams, like day before the exam, like I was so worried to like go to bed, you know, like because you know I have more papers if I want to study, you know.
Yeah, if you want to study, that's true.
Yeah,
it's not like
past
the
papers.
Professors are like telling you to study, but like since you have materials, like I feel like there's no ending. Like, should I do more or like should I stop? I feel like yeah, that's true.
So yeah, that was nightmares. But I think I get used to like how I manage times and like how like you know like how long will it take to like do assignments, you know. So in my first and second year, like I was kind of struggling with like how long does it take for me to like one papers or like you know studying for like one stats exams, but like you know I get used to it. So in my third and fourth year, like I don't think I studied that long, you know, in average like maybe like but at least like 5 to 6 hours every day, but like not as long as like in my first and second years.
I feel like I mean this definitely differs like depending on what courses you're taking or like what major you are, but first and second year is about like the basics. So like the teachers or the professors want you or give you material to like memorize. It's all about memorizing, so you have to like study to memorize. But when you get older, like senior, junior, it's more about like professions and like research based. So I feel like it's a different kind of studying. So maybe like the studying that you do like on your desk, like just flipping through textbooks and stuff are like more towards like the younger, like, you know, freshman and sophomore. Yeah, many people said freshman and sophomore years were like more tough than junior and senior years. Yeah. That is true. It was way tougher. I had way more classes too. I only had like 1 or 2 classes when I was in a senior. So it wasn't easy, but it was easy. Yeah. So I feel like it like depending on what year you're going on your studying abroad, it's kind of like gonna differ as well. Like if you're going on a senior junior year, I guess you have to do more studying. But if you want to learn things about more of a research based or like a more like a specific ground, then I guess it's better to study abroad in your junior and senior years. Because like people do ask me like, what year should I study abroad? And I'm like, I guess it depends on like what you want out of it, you know? So
but can exchange student take like lower like year courses?
Yeah. I was able to take from the 100s to 400s. So yeah, I think it depends on like the kind of studying abroad program you're on. But for me, I was able to take any like level, but I only took like 1/400s because I was scared.
Yeah.
I was scared. I was like, I don't think I can do
I don't recommend exchange student to take 400 level.
Yeah. Me neither. Yeah, but so that's about it for studying. I mean, I guess you can talk more about studying though.
Oh, the thing is, the library opens for 24/7, so like there's no ending as well.
That's true.
Yeah.
That's true.
No one stops you from like studying, so that's scary.
Yeah. I don't know. I liked studying in the mornings.
Oh.
I don't know why, but because like there's not much people in the library and I don't know. I just like studying in the morning. But like I said, like I need to like read materials right before the classes for me to keep up with the classes because I just forget everything.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter if it's Japanese or English. I'm just really bad at reading. So for those who have the same like struggles of like I can't memorize the readings, I guess one tip is to kind of like read it through like right before classes because there are some classes that have pop quizzes about the reading materials that you had to read, and like I was able to like memorize everything from that textbook and like was able to like answer every single questions, but like people around even when they were like native English speakers, they were like having troubles like, oh, I read this part but I forgot. So I don't know, that's one tip from me. But it depends.
So we studied for like at least 5 to 6 hours, but before exam season, maybe like more than 10 hours.
I didn't sleep during the exam season.
True.
I didn't sleep. I literally just like stayed up all night because I was too scared to sleep, honestly.
I know.
Because I'm like, what if I miss some materials? And like, I just couldn't sleep because I was so worried. So I was dead. I was literally dead.
Same.
Yeah. I think that's everyone, honestly.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't miss those days. I had like a Red Bull in my hand. And it was like dark circles. And yeah.
How long was your finals?
Like a week or two, I think.
Oh, I mean like the exam hours.
Oh, like an hour and a half, I think.
Oh,
for you it's 3 hours.
Yeah, 3 hours.
We have an episode about this. So.
Oh yeah. So
what was the episode?
3 hours of nightmares. I feel like it's only in E of T.
Yeah, I bet. It's episode 28. It's in Japanese, but
okay.
We talked about like our final seasons and like how we spent it and like how final seasons are like. Seasons, final weeks are like. Yeah. So if you're interested in all those like not so fun stuff about studying abroad, yeah, check out that episode.
Maybe you shouldn't listen.
Yeah, I was shocked. I was like, what, like. Oh, like, if they make it 3 hours, they're only going to put pressures to themselves, like, the professors, like, because they have more materials to, like, go through. And, I mean, no, we use Scantron, so I guess they don't do any works, except for, like, the essay questions, I guess.
Sure. For the multiple questions, I mean, there is not that effort that professors
the machine does the work for them. But anyway, that's how long an average not international students but like students in the US and Canada studies, I feel like. But not on Fridays though.
True.
Fridays they party. So a lot of students like don't really like to put in classes on the afternoons of Fridays, because they love partying. Yeah. So
on Friday night and Saturday, like we usually like hang out with our friends on Friday and Saturday.
So yeah, let's talk about less depressing stuff other than studying, which is what? Hanging out with friends and like spending time alone or doing whatever you want. I mean, the weekends, I guess.
Yeah, the only on the weekends.
The weekends, and if you're in like any sort of clubs, if you have club activities, you know, that's one way to kind of like get away with the stressful like student life and have fun, I guess.
Yeah, I wasn't like joining any clubs after sophomore years. So yeah, I was only hanging out with my friends.
Me too. For me, like the first semester, I didn't really do anything. I literally went from my dorm to classes to libraries and back to dorm. And that was like my routine. So I didn't really I didn't really hang out with anyone. I mean, it's not like I didn't have any friends or like zero friends or like anyone to kind of talk to, but like I didn't have a set routine to like meet with friends and like do anything like that. So I mean, I had one friend who like invited me to her house or like invited me to hang out here and there. It was the mom friend that I talked about in the past episodes. So we got together like at least like twice a week to kind of hang out and do fun stuff, but not really. I didn't really like do anything on the weekdays. Really?
Same.
Yeah.
Same. Like, you know, like hanging out on like weekdays is like equals to like hanging out at the library.
Yeah. Literally.
Yeah.
Yeah. I didn't even have friends to go to libraries with.
What?
I mean, I didn't have any friends to like study with, so I was always alone. Yeah. My other like Japanese exchange students were like with each other. But because they had like some classes together, but I didn't really have. I had like classes with other Japanese students, but we both didn't really want to like rely on each other. We wanted to be independent as much as we can, so I always like studied alone. So yeah, I was pretty much lonely the first semester.
Well, you know, in U of T, like there were so many exchange students from Japan as well. Well, like they were all always stuck together. But that's pretty common, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think it's a bad thing. But if that's like a common practice or like a routine, I don't know. We're not talking about that this episode. We're not talking about like relationship with other international students. We're talking about how much we dedicated time to ourselves, I guess, other than like studying.
Well, you know, on weekends, like I said, I always hanging out with my friend at the library, like to study. But like after that, like we always like go to like Chinatown or Korean town to have dinner with. So that was pretty fun. Like you know, like we ate dinner together for like, I don't know, 1 to 2 hours, and that was pretty, you know, refresh.
Yeah.
Moment.
Yeah.
So 気分転換.
Yeah, 気分転換.
What was the word? Take a break and
what? I don't remember.
気分転換って便利だよね。
気分転換 there's a ぴったりの英語がないね。
そう。So that was good. 気分転換.
Yeah, I get it. Yeah, I mean, yeah, I did the same thing. The first half of my studying abroad, I went like thrift shopping a lot on the weekends with my roommate when we were still like getting along. The first half of the semester, especially. Yeah, we went out shopping and also grocery shopping. And we had this bar place. It's like a bar karaoke like dance stage. I don't know how to call that place, but it's a like a bar place that there's a live band and people can like dance on the dance floor and everything. So me and my roommate went there like every week, like at least once a week. And that was a fun time. Like, I got to like dance with strangers and like my roommate tried to like set me up with this like boy. Oh. And she was like, "Oh, can you like dance with my roommate?" And I was like, "Me?" Me? Okay. So yeah, I danced with like strangers and like whatnot. So that was fun.
Yeah, that's cute.
Yeah. So the weekends I was able to like kind of refresh myself, at least like for a whole day, and then maybe like study on like Sunday. Yeah. So that was the routine, but I don't know. It's not like I was able to go anywhere because again, like I was in a countryside, so I needed like a car or anything, like car to move around and to go anywhere, and like I didn't really like the buses, so yeah, I feel like it would be a different story if I went to like a more urban city area.
Not really. Like,
Really?
That's pretty common, you know. I mean, what you said was like you usually hang out on like Friday night or like Saturday, and you study on Sunday.
Yeah.
And that's same in Toronto. I mean, you have two people, so maybe like you get to have like brunch on Sunday with your friends, but like you go to library after that.
Yeah. People love libraries.
We love library.
Yeah, literally.
So yeah, we talked about like this in another episode as well. But like I was very shocked that like the Japanese like college students don't really study in the library. So.
Well, it's because like
there's no library.
No, we do have libraries, and like it does fill up like around finals week or like midterms. But people just don't like staying at the uni. So and like I lived like 2 hours away from
that's true.
uni, so I wanted to go home. I'm going home. Or like I had like a part-time job, so yeah, I feel like in Japan people can't really stay in the campus like that long compared to like, you know, the US and Canada, because you guys literally live on campus.
Live on campus.
Yeah. So it's a different story.
Library is like second home.
Yeah, exactly. But I don't know, I feel like in Japan we study at cafes a lot more than libraries.
True.
Yeah,
that's true.
or like in between classes. So what did you do? like when you're having fun with friends?
So you know, like Toronto is like pretty cold. Like we don't want like going out, you know. So like we usually like have like house parties or like in like specific like occasion, like such as like Halloween or like Valentine's, Halloween, Christmas, or like back to school like season. Like there's like student like clubs, organization like lent the party room in the like condo, and it's pretty like spacious room, and like and we do like parties there. Yeah, so either house party or like pretty big parties in condo.
Yeah,
the party room. And after that, like we go to clubbing or like karaoke.
Yeah. Same. We just like go to like a friend's like dorm and like we hang out and like talk or like do video games. I did a lot of Mario Kart. Yeah, and hang out. And if we got bored, we'd go out to get some McDonald's or anything.
Yeah. McDonald's is like everything for us.
What do you guys call it in Canada?
McDonald's.
Like, do you guys do like a short version of it?
No.
We say McD's.
Yeah.
Was it in France or Italy? They say McDo.
Makudo?
Yeah.
Oh.
I forgot which country, but they say makudo. Oh, was it Austria? No, I don't remember.
Makudo.
マクドっていうところがあるんだって。
Yeah. That's funny.
Anyway, yeah, we love Mickey
Yeah, and like eating out is like pretty expensive, so like we usually like do house parties. That's you can save money, so
yeah. There was a friend who loved to throw I wouldn't say parties. Like home parties and parties are kind of different. Home parties are more cozy, more closed, and like more intimate, I think. But like bigger parties are like the ones that you can imagine, like as you see on movies, and But I
feel like there are like two types regarding like house parties. Like one is like the cozy one, and the other one is like literally like a networking,
Yeah, like with adults.
Adults?
No, like with like family house parties.
Then
there's 4. There's 4 types of parties, I think.
The cozy one, the family type one, and networking thingy, and
the party. The party, yeah. That's true. I had like one like networking party, and it was boring. So boring. And like,
because you literally like know no one's like.
I know no one, and like people are talking about like the books they read, and I'm like, I don't. And like,
what kind of community?
Yeah, they were like, do you read any books? And I'm like, I'm sorry, I don't like books. I don't like reading.
Oh no.
So I was like sitting there like listening to people, and I was like, I just want to get out of here. But yeah, there are 4 types of parties. True. But what were we talking about?
The big parties.
The parties. What we were talking about before that. What led to that conversation? I remember. I had a friend who loved to like host like cozy home parties with I'd say, hold on, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There were like 8 of us that were like pretty close. So the second semester, especially like the last month, we just got together every day. Every single day after classes, after classes, whoever like was done for the day, we always head to that dorm and just waited until like everyone gathered, and we always had a movie night, and like he always had like a watermelon. Like he always had watermelon. Like he always cut watermelon for us, and like yeah, it was fun.
Why watermelon?
I don't know. He always had watermelon on hand that he bought from like city markets. Yeah, we always had like a cozy like home party every day for the last month, and that was really fun. So I wish I did that like sooner, but I didn't really have like intimate friends that I could do that with. So yeah, it was sad that I had to leave.
Oh yeah, I mean like if you want to have like cozy party, you have to like make close friends. So that would take time, I guess. Yeah.
And that's why I feel like people are like sad that they have to leave. Because like the first half, I assume that people are having a hard time, but like the second half, the last part of second half of the like studying abroad, people are forming friend groups, like that they feel comfortable with, and they start to hang out, and then they have to leave. So that was pretty hard for me. Yeah, I was just crying like a baby the last day.
Oh yeah, I cried as well.
You did? Yeah. Let's not talk about this.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, so there are 4 types of parties, I guess. Well, like we usually like go to the clubbings or like karaoke after the party. I mean, after hanging out with our friends in the house or like kind of party room or like I don't know, but we always like ended up with clubbing or like karaoke.
I don't know how you guys party after party. my social battery is gone after the first party.
And true.
Yeah.
But I have to get like drunk enough to go to clubbing. So
That's true. You can get drunk. That's true. I can't. So like I always I had to go home. Like as an introvert, like my social battery literally just like is below 0. So I'm like, I need to go home. I need to be alone. Yeah.
And we always like ended up in the McDonald's.
Or Denny's.
Or Denny's. Yeah. And so in Toronto, there's like a city hall, and like it's pretty like famous like sightseeing places. Then like there's like a Toronto sign, and that you can take a picture at. And like we always like not always, but like we sometimes like end up in the city hall and like sitting on like a bench, like watching to the Toronto sign, and like we bought like $1 like hot dog. No, it wasn't $1. It was like $5.
So different.
It was how expensive hot dog. Like we bought hot dog and like sit on the bench, like watch to the city sign, and like we're like how we only have like 1 year left until like we graduate from college, and like we don't know about future, and
Oh, then you're good.
and what we are doing here like at like 3 a.m. like eating hot dog.
Oh my god, that's depressing. How depressing.
But you know that's like, you know, college memories.
Yeah.
Hot dog and 3
Tears.
a.m. and tears and depression
Oh my god.
about future.
This is supposed to be a cheerful episode, not depressing. Yeah. Life of a international student, like seiki, because you know that didn't happen. I mean, any students, I feel like college students do have that moment of, you know, uncertainty. Yeah, that's true.
But of course, like during like winter or like spring break, like there's no like homework thingy. So
that's true. That's true.
So like during like winter, springs, and summer vacation, like it's like freedom season. So I always like travel with my friend, and we're like went back to Japan and like hanging out with my friends all the time.
One good side of being a college student, I guess. Yeah, that's true. But at the same time, like college students need to like do something productive during like summer break, you know, for their future, you know. So I hate that word, future. Yeah, true. But, yeah,
I was doing internship.
Anyway, I don't know how to answer that question. Like how did we like spend time like hanging out with friends? It really depends on this like semester and like the year you're in.
Yeah, but I feel like we could say like 70% of college life is studying.
Yeah.
And maybe 10% like hanging out with friends. And 5% time for yourself.
5%?
And 5% like part-time.
Part-time. The interesting thing is that like part-time job percentage in Japan is like way higher. Yeah, because like for me, like in Japan, I feel like it was probably like 20% studying.
Whoa.
20% studying. No, because like, no. I'd say like 35% studying.
Okay.
Because I was studying like when I was at uni, like I was studying because like there's nothing else to do. So like I'd say 35-40% studying, 50% like part-time job.
Whoa.
And like I don't really hang out with friends in the first place. So maybe like 10% hanging out with friends and 10% like alone at home, like doing whatever I want. So yeah, the part-time job like ratio is like really high in Japan. Yeah.
But did you did ratio change when you were studying in US?
Yeah, because I didn't work at all. 0% part-time job.
Oh yeah, that's true.
0% part-time job. Like 60-70% studying. And like 10% to myself and 10% with friends. Yeah. About that ratio.
So at least 70% for studying for both of us.
You have to study in the States. If you don't, you're not getting any degrees. Literally. So you don't really have any choices. So you have to study. Unless you want to get kicked out, then don't study.
Oops.
Yeah. So, because like in the States, they have a lot of assignments that you need to complete like throughout the semester. But in Japan, it's like midterm, finals, and that's your grade. So like like the structure doesn't really require for you to study throughout the semester. So people like study like right before the exam season.
Wait, so like if you don't have any like not that many like assignments in like Japanese like university, like so the weight is gonna be like
50-50.
50% midterm, 50% finals.
That's why I had a hard time like getting a good grade in Japan. I had a way higher GPA in the States than in Japan because I'm really bad at tests. Exams are just not my thing. So I had a really hard time keeping up with my GPA while I was in Japan. But I feel like it depends on the person because some people can be like better with exams and not really good at keeping up with the schoolwork during the semester. So it really depends on like what type you are. But for me, I liked that I had a lot of assignments, you know, because if you like do bad at one assignment, you can still like recover from like other things. So yeah, we didn't really answer like how much we dedicated our like time to hang out with friends, but it just really depends. But it's not like we don't do it at all, you know. We do have time with friends, and you will be able to hang out with friends and like have alone time. It's just the ratio of studying will be higher. Yeah. So
good luck.
How long did you do your part-time job? How long did you work?
It wasn't like part-time job. It was like kind of like internship kind of part-time job. So like I worked for like 3 to 4 hours
a day.
Yeah.
That's long.
Is it?
That's long. A day, like what? How many times per week?
3 days per week.
Yeah, I get it.
Yeah.
I thought you were gonna work every day.
Not every day. So yeah, that worked for me. Like I can like balance between like studying and also like part-time. So
yeah, true. Were you working like your full 4 years?
Oh yeah, so that like internship that I was talking about was I started in my senior year. But I was like I was tutoring Japanese in junior year. Yeah.
Oh yeah, I did tutor too.
Oh.
I did work kind of. But it wasn't an official work. I had to do like I was taking a business class and I had to do like a business of my own and report back at the end of the semester. So for that business, small business, I chose like English tutoring for kids. So I taught 2 kids Japanese for like 3 hours once a week. So I guess that's a job, but I didn't like accept any money.
Oh.
So it's not, but it kind of is. So yeah, that's one quote unquote job that I did, I think. Yeah. The one thing I would say about part-time job is that I do recommend getting a part-time job. Yeah. I regretted not having any work while I was studying abroad because I thought it was going to put unnecessary stress on me on top of the stress that I already have. But looking back, part-time job would have been a good escape from reality and like kind of focus on yourself and the work, and like you can, you know, earn money as well. So I do recommend part-time job if you're like yeah.
The funny thing is, like, one time, like, my boss like asked me like how do you manage time for part-time job, like, because, you know, like, I was so busy at studying, and U of T is like pretty like known for like hard college, hard university. So like my boss was like so curious about like how I decided to, like, why I decided to work, you know.
Your boss, as in like the
internship, in Toronto. Then I literally said, like, you know, because, you know, I don't have to like think about like studying like while I'm working here. Then she was like, oh, that's why. I think she wanted me to say, like, because, you know, I'm pretty like passionate about like this industry, or like I kind of want to like study, like learn about like this industry or like business thingy. But like I was like, no,
I just need something.
I just need to like. But she was like, oh, okay.
She was expecting more of a professional response.
And then I said, like, I kind of want to like escape from like studying. That's why I'm doing part-time job.
It makes sense though. Yeah.
Yeah, I was too majime.
But we both recommend.
Yeah.
So I guess that's it for that's kind of like the ratio for students in Canada and in the USA. I don't really know about other countries because they have their own, like, you know, culture and stuff. So yeah, good luck on your studying and you'll be fine.
You'll be fine.
You'll be fine. You will survive. It's gonna be fine. And if it's too much, you can always ask for help or like extensions, you know. So yeah, I hope this episode gave you some idea of what it's like studying abroad, or like what it's like to keep up with the schoolwork. So yeah, thank you for watching or listening and watching, and we'll see you guys in the next episode.
Bye.